Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Married to Medicine, Los Angeles, Season 2, Episode 2. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys. So the show starts where it ended last week, which was with the girls all arguing over the fact that Jasmine and Imani, I guess, can't seem to get themselves together. Actually, they're arguing over the fact that Quad was trying to regulate and Britten had put her ass in her place. Like, bitch, you don't run nothing here. This LA, first of all. Okay. Secondly, did nobody ask you? So anyway, they're going back and forth so much that Imani and Jasmine go into the house so that they can talk. There's this really pretty red robin that is just flying around my house. It's been out here for like the last 2 or 3 days and it's beautiful. It's like red, like the color of the studio. I don't know if y'all know if it's red, but my car is red and it is strikingly bright red. It just keeps on flying around. Anyway, when Imani and Jasmine go inside, Jasmine was like, why are you always just so hard? And Imani was like, well, I'm from New York. That's just how I am. But she also opens up and tells her that she's been hurt and burnt so much in the past that she just keeps the exterior tough so that can't nobody get to her anymore. Okay. But we decide that this argument is silly and that them two are going to, baby steps, but we are going to try to mend our friendship, and see if we can, I guess get on some better footing. All right. So good for them. They give each other a hug, titty to titty. And I guess crisis has been averted. So on to the rest of the party. Jasmine has it hooked up. She has massagers. Masseuse. Is it masseuses or is it just masseuse? She have plenty of masseuse people. I don't know what the plural of masseuse. She has a bunch of them there doing feet, doing their neck, back rubs and whatever. And the girls all look like they're having a good time. I guess the night was getting long, and Heavenly was like, okay, everybody, goodbye. Because damn it, she's staying in the place where everybody's having this party and don't look like nobody is ready to go. Child, it remind me of back in the day when me and Debbie lived together, child. We would be having a big old party, and then eventually we just get tired of it. Nigga, we would go put our pajamas on and shit, go get in the bed. Just let people just get the idea like, oh, I guess they ain't having no more party. No more party. Please take y'all ass home. But yeah, that is the end of the night. No more drama. Now, you guys, Shanique. I told you guys last week that she's still married to little tiny Robert. And, they have their babies, and Shanique is still telling us that she's very, very busy, trying to maintain her household, her husband's schedule, the children's schedule, their extracurricular activities, and then, of course, the job that she has outside of all of this. Even though she tried to have a conversation with little tiny Robert last season about her, what she is so stressed about, and he suggested to her that she needed to quit her job. Okay, he definitely ain't quitting his. He's the money maker around there. She says they're right back to where they were because she obviously hasn't quit her job. But she's got to cook breakfast and then run the kids off, I'm supposing, to school, So after she scrambles the eggs and sees what everybody wants and gets that done for them, then she gets the kids in the car and she's telling the kids now that, now remember, she's really stressed and super busy. Now she wants to add real estate agent to her plate. And she says that this will be rewarding to her on a personal level. Okay? Hey. I guess that's what you do when you're stressed. You add another job to the day. I guess Shanique is just really determined to make sure that she is keeping her own self busy. Okay, which is fine. But then I don't want to hear you complaining about you being so tired and you just doing all of this work. Now let's jump over to Kendra. Kendra is an OBGYN. You guys know she is a doctor. And yes, she is a new housewife. I'm not sorry, housewife, but she's a new doctor that they're adding to the cast. She is married to Hobart. I said, not the Hobart. Shout out to you in LA. You guys remember the Hobart. Anyway, Hobart is an Asian doctor. He's a doctor. I can't remember. Was it what was it that he was doing? I can't remember what he is. But anyway, he's a doctor as well. And remember, I told you guys that they have a little baby together. And I told you guys last week that baby looked fully Asian. Now I understand why, because Dr. Kendra, she is half Vietnamese, I believe she said that she was black and Vietnamese, even though she looks more black. Okay. And then her husband, of course, is Asian. He's I think Chinese Canadian. And so the baby is 3/4 Asian. So that's probably why the baby looks so Asian. Maybe as he gets a little older, maybe he might, you know. He's cute as a button child, just little fat, little chubsy ubsy. Now they have a very interesting relationship. It looks like I'm a like Hobart. Okay, he seems to be very secure in his relationship. I wouldn't put Kendra and Hobart together. And I'm sure they've heard that plenty of times. You know, I'm interested in hearing about their story. Oh, he's an internal medicine doctor. That's what he is. Now, they've been married 6 years, and they just had this little baby. They're trying to manage their schedules, you know, so that they can truly raise this child together and not be like two ships passing in the night. But she grew up in South Central LA, and, you know, she's very much 100% Los Angeles. And yeah, he's not. So interesting. Now, Britten. The kids and her husband, Mac, they're all together now. And she says that it can be exhausting. I guess she had a little break when she was in LA and they were still in Florida. But Britten is about to turn 43 and Mac wants to give her a birthday party. And it's going to be all on him. So he got the whole thing planned out. You know what? She not involved at all. You just show up. And Tessa comes by. You know, that's her homegirl from when high school, I believe. And they done been through thick and thin. Contessa comes over with a little birthday basket for her. And she's just talking about her and Mac and how they're such a beautiful couple. You know, sex should just be oozing from them. But, you know, they just don't have sex like that anymore because they're busy. They got the kids, you know. Now it's just to maintain the relationship. Like, okay, today is Tuesday. Let's have sex. Mac and Britten seem to be in a pretty cool place. Now, let's jump over to Britten's birthday party. It's going to be at some hotel. And like I said, Mac is the one that, you know, planned everything out. So he says. So the place is really, really nice. He's dressed like formal dressed. I said, oh, so this is going to be like a dress up event. Okay. He's got the caterers there. They show him where the buffet is going to be, where the full bar is going to be, where the dance floor is going to be. He wants to just be really nice because he was such a jerk about moving to Los Angeles. I said, yeah, you did make yourself look like pretty much an asshole last season. So now this season, he's got to be the really good husband. Kendra and her husband, Hobart, get there first. She said she's not afraid to bring her husband around these ladies, even though they had some old slick ass shit to say about his peen last week. She and Hobart are there, and they there to have a good ass time. Shanique and little tiny Robert get there. They look nice. Okay, the girls from Atlanta get there, you guys. I was cracking up. Listen. I'm going to need everybody to know their damn strengths. When Heavenly was walking in them damn shoes and she was like, truth is, I'm tired. I was like, girl, the motherfuckers was leaning to the side and she looked like she was marching. You know how you be walking when you walk, you supposed to go like heel, you know, your heel is natural for you to do like this, child. She was walking like, you know, tiptoeing in there and all this. I said, girl, you look so uncomfortable. Why was it that important for you to wear those shoes? They was cute. But with your big, thick ass heel and ankles and shit, pushing that shit over to the side. I was cracking up. That damn Quad talked about it so bad, but I was like, Quad, what about you and these Catwoman boots coming all the way up to your thigh? And could they not have been patent leather? So when they was all walking in there, I was like, oh, okay. You know, Heavenly, she had to look for any reason to take them damn shoes off. So when she kicked her shoes off, I was like, girl, go on and get them isotoners out your damn purse and put them. Oh, nigga, put you some pumps on. You know you can't walk in these damn little shoes. I bet you her toes was tired as fuck trying to hold on to the front of them shoes. Anyways, we get the inevitable moment when Heavenly meets Hobart. Hobart says that he ain't worried about the shit they say about, you know, he's very secure in his peen hood. So, yeah, whatever. As a matter of fact, he makes sure that he takes pictures with Heavenly. Heavenly was like, child, I think he like thick women. Imani gets there. She looks nice in her dress. She walks up to Jasmine, gives her a hug. Okay, like I said, working on this friendship baby steps. I guess they have really dropped this beef. So anyway, they're standing around talking, and Jasmine asks her where's Phil, and Imani says, well, Phil is out of town and he's going to be gone 6 months. He's been gone 3 months now. She doesn't say where he is or what he's doing. Okay, but it's all good because she gets the whole bed to herself. It's so funny because when my husband is out of town, I still don't sleep on this side of the bed. Like that side of the bed, I keep it nice and made up and tight because I ain't one of those wild sleepers. So I sleep in one little spot, and I love a good tight bed. That's only the time that I can have a tight bed, because when Mr. get in the bed, that shit look like something exploded. But how the fuck your whole comforter on that side just is on the damn floor? Okay, down at the bottom of the bed. Okay, I got to be pulling and chugging to make sure that my side is up. Anyway, you guys, I'm getting off track. Anyway, for now, Imani only sees him about once a month. And the girls are so bothered by that. Jasmine, I should say, and the other girls that's standing there at the table with her. There's one other girl that's been around. Who is she? I'm not sure who she is. Is there another doctor that they trying to bring onto the show too? They couldn't imagine their husband being gone, and only seeing him once a month. I was like, well, the nigga didn't move. She's just gone for right now. She just said it's just going to be 6 months. So, I mean, it is not that big of a deal. But whatever, we got to have something to talk about. So anyway, Britten is on her way there with Contessa. First they get lost, but they finally make it there. Okay, the gang is all here, including the woman of the hour. So she's happy to see everybody. Hey, birthday girl. Hey, girl, you look so good. Britten always looks nice to me. And she can't believe that Mac did all this for her. Mac said he did it so he can get a piece of ass. And Jasmine makes a beeline for Britten, and she's making it a big deal about the fact that Phil is in Oklahoma, and that he's away and gonna be away for all these many months. Britten says she knows what's up with Imani and Phil because Imani told her, but she's not gonna tell Jasmine because obviously if Imani didn't tell her, then it wasn't time for her to know. Okay, and it's not her place to tell her. So she's just listening to Jasmine making a fucking mountain out of a molehill. But Shanique and Jasmine want to know if he's in jail or something. Britten just laughs. Doesn't say anything. And she's just going to give them enough rope to hang themselves. Contessa gets up there, gives a nice speech about, we done heard it 100,000 times, these two being friends, whatever. Matt gets up there, thanks everybody for coming. And even though y'all might have thought it last season, okay, they are family. They always going to be together. So, this is a big welcome to LA party. And then everybody gets on the dance floor, which just looked like all the cast. I was like, where everybody else go? They all jammed up on the dance floor and they all danced the night away. Now, the next morning, everybody is packing. Looks like they're getting ready to go. But Jasmine wants to make sure that the send-off is as good as the welcome was. So she is providing brunch for the ladies, from Atlanta. They'll be leaving on the first thing smoking. Well, not necessarily the first thing. Toya is leaving on the first thing smoking, though. She's got to go. But okay, we still got Quad. We still got Contessa. We still got Heavenly there. Okay, and then the girls from LA come. We got Shanique. We got Imani. And we got Britten. Okay, so, Jasmine tells everybody to head on up to the rooftop. That's where it's all going to take place, the brunch. And she's got this whole big brunch set up for him. Quad is impressed, okay? Even though she's always so concerned about her weight and everything, she got a down-home Southern spread there for him, chicken and waffles and bacon and eggs and whatever. Not everybody is shallow and always worrying about their weight like that in LA, trust me. Anyways, Jasmine wants to know how their visit was, and Quad, takes it upon herself to let her know that, the place is really, really nice, but, if she could just offer her advice, that you need to have like a flat iron there for her guests, toothbrush, this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking to myself like, oh my God. First of all, you were offered up this place without even having to pay for it. And now you sitting up here complaining. I mean, you know what? Fine. If you can appreciate, Jasmine doesn't take it bad. She says that she's going to listen to, constructive criticism. But I was just like, bitch, you got your nerves. So Quad says her stupid thing. Then Heavenly says, well, I'm not going to say anything appropriate because you're beautiful, right? And usually when you see people that's really good looking, you think that they not too bright. I said, girl. It was looking like, Imani says, that's really inappropriate, Heavenly. I guess Imani is just like, Heavenly is the reason why she's learned to keep her feelings pushed to the side, and don't let things bother her. But Heavenly, you can't even take that child. You can't even, okay, with a grain of salt, you got to listen to Heavenly. Jasmine is upset that nobody is really pushing the issue that Imani's husband is not there and they don't seem to know where he is, why he's gone, why he's going to be gone so long, and all of this, okay? She feels like they're being hypocritical because, oh, honey, they pinned her to the wall about her husband. But really, it wasn't them. It was just Imani that kept on mentioning, the drug dealer house and all of that. Jasmine still, even though she claims that she and Imani are trying to mend this friendship, it's just like, girl, I mean, I know, you guys, we need something to fight over. I know that, but I was just like, oh, here we go. So she says that they're hypocrites. Britten thanks them for coming to her party last night. It was a movie. They had a good time. And Contessa says, or Quad says, somebody says that, they've been to LA twice and now the girls from LA need to come on to Atlanta. I was like, no, how about everybody stay in their own city? I've had enough of the Atlanta cast. Y'all can get on back. Now, another night, we see that Imani and Britten get together for dinner. Imani wants to celebrate the fact that she and Phil both will be in Essence magazine. It was always a goal of hers to make it into Essence, and now here she is. So she is a part of an article that is about the Woke 100. Okay, she is one of the women that they have featured in there. And then Phil is in a separate article that's talking about dispensaries. And see, this is why Phil is gone, because Phil is opening a dispensary in Oklahoma. I guess marijuana is legal out there. Okay. And Imani hadn't told anybody. I mean, Britten knew because they're good friends, but she hadn't told anybody else because she didn't want to say anything before this article came out. So now that the article is out, she can let everybody know why he's been gone for 3 months and why she only sees him once a month and he'll be back, in 3 more months and all of that. So it was not even all that serious. But Britten tells her how the girls was just so curious. Well, the girls meaning Jasmine and Shanique, and thinking that, something was wrong and why was he gone so long and, was he in jail? So obviously you didn't tell him what it was. She said, well, I just said health and wellness. That's all they needed to know. Well, Britten says, well, you better be prepared for the backlash, okay? Because the fact that she was saying last season that Jasmine's husband was a drug dealer, even though she said the house looked like it was a drug dealer house. Well, now, it's somehow become that, Jasmine's husband was a drug dealer. Now there's going to be backlash that your husband is actually dealing drugs down there in Oklahoma. The difference is it's legal to be a marijuana dealer in Oklahoma. Actually, it's legal to be a marijuana person in California now, too. But when we say drug dealer, that usually also adds in pills and crack and cocaine and whatever else you might add to that mix. So I guess there still is a little bit of a difference. And speaking of Shanique and Jasmine, we see them at their house. They're having shots the same time that Britten and Imani is out. And again, they're just really concerned about where Phil is. Why is Imani hiding what Phil is doing? Okay, he might be over her ass. Maybe they separated. Okay, and again, Jasmine doesn't think that it's fair that they was talking about Jasmine's man not being around all the time, but now look at Phil's situation. It was just like, yeah, okay. It's bad when you tired of the storyline and it's just episode 2. I was like, girls, y'all gonna have to pick it up. I hope we ain't gonna concentrate 100% on Imani and Jasmine, even though, when she breaks it to him that he is in Oklahoma and on this marijuana dispensary, maybe it will take some of the steam out of this fight and we can move on to bigger and better things. But whatever, you guys. All right, you guys, that's it. Let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.